angels up in the clouds are jealous, know what we found. You gotta be kissing the ground, sanctuary. Try to be with you, time.
Hi everyone, welcome to my relocation blueprint. This is a channel where I share my relocation experience. This is not a visa immigration advice channel. I'm not an immigration officer and I do not give advice on relocation or immigration issues. However, I'm here to share my relocation experience. I'm hoping that this video is going to inspire people that are in the process of relocation to answer a few questions that they have at the moment. There are questions that I often come across in my inbox, such as, should I relocate in 2026? Is it really worth it? Should I sell my house? Should I move with my family? How is daycare like in Australia, in Ireland, in Canada? These are the questions that I often come across, and I'm here to help you make an informed decision in your relocation journey. As a nurse, I have lived in 4 different countries and I have experienced different immigration rules, different relocation experiences, and this is why I've come up with my relocation blueprint to help people like you so that you can be able to learn something through my experience. I was born and raised in Zimbabwe. I studied as a general nurse over in Zimbabwe. I did work for about 6 years before relocating to Botswana, which was my second country. Like many others here, I was looking for professional growth. I was looking for a country that will meet my needs. I wanted to educate my children. I was looking for financial stability and to live comfortably, managing to pay rent without any issues and managing to take my kids to the schools of my choice. Botswana was a wonderful country. It was amazing. The climate was similar to Zimbabwe, so I did not struggle that much with the climate. The people in Botswana are welcoming. I enjoyed my stay in Botswana. I worked in an international hospital and the team that I worked with was amazing. We were very much connected. It was a neat connection. We shared so much experiences and we laughed, we enjoyed our work. It was lovely and I miss Botswana for that reason. However, there were some challenges in Botswana that made me start thinking about relocation to my third country. The first challenge was the stability of the immigration status. The immigration status was not that stable. As an international nurse, I needed to have a work permit, which is fair and fine and which is common and similar to any other country. The only challenge was that these work permits were meant to be renewed every 3 to 5 years. I found this very much exhausting. It was draining and it was full of uncertainty, not knowing how to navigate through my life without knowing my stable immigration status. That gave me a lot of anxiety and it made me start wondering, should I stay in Botswana or should I find another destination? So I decided to move to the Republic of Ireland. Moving to Ireland was a crucial chapter of my life. I moved to the Republic of Ireland in winter. It was very cold, but I did not mind the cold because I was very much excited. I was looking forward to the opportunities that I had been researching about. Ireland offered a very family-oriented environment. It is a small, neat country, easy to navigate by from one town to another, very small and manageable. I love living in areas that are very small, that are not overcrowded. So I found my spot in Ireland and my stay there was amazing. The people in Ireland are lovely. They are welcoming. The infrastructure is great, the landscape is good. I enjoyed seeing the Victorian style of infrastructure, which I often read about. This was an amazing experience. Ireland offered more than I expected. The main thing that I feel like I excelled in Ireland was the academic route. So I'm somebody that always look for opportunities when it comes to academics and professional development. So I got an opportunity to excel in my studies. I entered Ireland with a diploma in nursing. Remember, I trained in Zimbabwe, and Zimbabwe we had these traditional nursing schools where we put on the white uniforms and the brown shoes. So there was kind of a traditional nursing training, and I got a diploma after the training. So when I went to Ireland, I was more focused on developing myself in terms of my career and my academic journey. So I managed to do my postgrad in Ireland, which is a higher diploma in mental health. I also managed to enroll to a uni in the UK where I did my bachelor's in nursing studies. So in fairness, Ireland gave me a kickstart in my academic and my professional journey. And the other thing about Ireland was that I had always wanted to move to Australia. So I needed a country that was gonna give me that opportunity, because I could not do that when I was in Botswana. I looked at Australia, but I could not afford to move to Australia due to finances. So I looked for a country that I would utilize as a stepping stone. So Ireland offered more than the stepping stone. I achieved all these achievements, and then it was easy for me to actually start thinking about moving to my dream destination country, which is Australia. In fairness, Ireland, like I said, it offered so much. The only challenge in Ireland that I faced was the climate. I come from a warm environment, sunny, dry environment, which is Zimbabwe. Ireland was always raining, it was cold, always wet, and it was difficult for me to thrive. I'm not a very much outdoor person, but I needed that warmth and the dryness whenever I go out, which I could not get most of the time. So you'll find that winter in Ireland takes most of the months, like it goes way over 6 months. So this was a big challenge for me, and I could not handle that. The other challenge that I faced in Ireland was the professional development. Ireland offered so much more in terms of academics, and there's lots of jobs as well, which is fair, and you would choose, as long as you have the critical skills permit, you choose whichever company you want to work for. The unfortunate part was thriving and excelling in senior roles. This was a challenge because it's a bit slower for one to actually reach their goal in terms of professional development. I would like to know from other people that are in Ireland how this experience has been for them. But for me, I found that the environment that I worked in most of the times did not allow that professional development, that professional growth. So I decided to move to my destination country, which is finally Australia, where I am. I did not regret coming to Australia. Australia has offered me my dreams. I've always dreamt being in a country like Australia, which is open, which is warm, sunny, and dry most of the times, which is full of outdoor lifestyle. So the outdoor experience is amazing here in Australia. The quality of life is good. I also had an opportunity to build my house within 6 months of arrival in Australia, which is something that I've always dreamt about, to have my own customized home. So Australia did offer, it didn't disappoint me, because this has always been my dream country. Being in Australia, of course, there was the culture shock on arrival, but this didn't bother me that much The only challenge that was major for us here in Australia was our son, because he had just turned 18 and he was in high school over in Ireland. It was difficult for him to get into high school when he was already 18 years old here in Australia. So I had to navigate through different authorities for me to actually make sure that my son became accommodated here in Australia. This is a story for another day. If there is any parents here who are worried about navigating the Australian system with their high school children, please let me know in the comment section. This will help me to decide whether I should come up with a video around that to help people to try and navigate the Australian system. The other challenge that I feel I should mention about Australia is the cost of living. Australia is very expensive in terms of the cost of living. This is mainly around the housing. When we were in Ireland, we did manage to rent at a decent price, and we did not feel any challenges in terms of rentals. And also when it came to mortgages, I have friends that purchased their own houses over in Ireland. It's actually encouraged to have your own home in Ireland because you will pay less mortgage when you are a homeowner. It is different here in Australia. Rental, of course, it's affordable, but when you purchase a home, when you become a homeowner, then you pay with a leg and an arm. The housing costs, the mortgage costs here in Australia is very expensive. It's over the roof. You pay double once you purchase a home, double your rental. That's the real truth. It's very expensive. But overall, I'm enjoying my stay in Australia, and the progress that I'm making so far is amazing. And if somebody would ask me, will I do this again? The answer is yes. What I've learned over the years is that there is no perfect country. Every country has got its own pros and its own cons. The key is to find the country that matches your family preferences, that matches your career ambition, that matches your lifestyle, your goals, a country that you hold so dear to your heart, and a country that you feel is going to cover most of your needs. That is why I've come up with my relocation blueprint. This blueprint helps people to think beyond immigration. What is it that you actually want? What kind of lifestyle are you looking for? Relocation is not merely something that you can wake up overnight and pick a country and you just go. You need to make your due diligence. You need to make your research. A country has to match your lifestyle. It has to match your needs. You don't relocate because you've seen somebody over on the other side and they are telling you that they are thriving. You have to think beyond that. Does that country match my preferences? Does that country match the lifestyle that I'm imagining, the lifestyle that I've always wanted? This will help you to immigrate in a smart way. This will help you to prevent some regrets when you have moved to a country. There's so many people that are regretting right now because they moved blindly. They did not do their own research. They did not consult somebody with experiences. This is my story. This is my lived experience, and I have so much to share. I have done all the groundwork through my experience. I don't expect you to go through the bad side of things that I've gone through. You deserve better. You deserve to hear it from somebody that has gone through the journey, from somebody that has experienced living in these different countries. Please subscribe to my channel and let me know in the comment section if there's any other topics that you want me to cover. But stay tuned because my relocation blueprint has got so many topics that it's going to be covering over the course, with the hope that you are going to gain knowledge and make an informed decision. Thank you for watching.